Hey guys, welcome back. It is January 7th, first show of the year. Hooah! The first show of the year. We got Red, we met. Welcome back, guys. It's Mob Vlog. How are you doing today?
I'm doing chipper.
Fantastic. First show of the year. Well, at least for Mob Vlog. Red's already been on doing his show over on Red We Met on YouTube. But welcome in, everybody, and happy New Year to you guys. And the facts are that murder rates in Chicago are down to the lowest numbers since the 1960s. What do you think of that, Red?
You can play with numbers all you want. There is no more mob. There's no more outfit. It's gone.
Most of those murders are street gangs.
Now, yeah, back in the day they weren't. The mob kind of kept the street gangs in line. They didn't let them do certain things.
So basically, in the 60s, murders have been going up and up and up and up and up. But why the sudden drop? Is it the politicians? What is it?
Well, it could be two or three things. Number one, it could be the weather. The cold weather in Chicago does it every year.
Blame it on the weather. Blame it on the weather.
When I lived in Chicago, if the weather got down to 20 degrees, you didn't see anybody out shooting. No street gangs were out there. Black people do not like cold weather.
Oh, shit. You didn't just say that, Red. Oh, my God. Did you just say that?
Well,
holy Jesus. Here goes the YouTube channel.
What do statistics say? What groups are committing these crimes now?
Latinos, the Bloods, the whatever they are, the gangster disciples. It's mainly black gangs, Latino gangs.
I think they have any Caucasian people that belong to their group.
Some, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not in that. You know, you'd have to talk to is Bill Stacks.
He would know.
Bill Stacks would have the facts on all that. I have no clue. But let's welcome in everybody. I can't believe Red said that. So Big Tuna agrees with you, though. He's like, it's so true. You know, Red's right. It's the truth. I can't argue with the channel. But good afternoon, everybody. Joe Mankiss made it in, and it's true that top echelon members of the outfit may have wanted Capone out of the way and help facilitate.
Is it true? No, it's not true.
No, I don't know. Yeah, no. All right, so let's pick a topic. Let's look into the comments and let's get a topic going, guys. You know how the show works.
Hit that gong.
If you want to talk about the outfit, you want to talk about, hell, we'll talk about the Bozo show. You know what I mean? As long as it has to do with Chicago. WTN, what do you want to bring up, guys? Let's do it. The first topic of the show. Lansing 2784. Hello, all. I wonder if they're from Lansing, Illinois. I was right next to Calumet City. So work for some of the brothers and they hate okay, back to the cold thing. Gomf. The only classify a killing as murder if they have a witness or a suspect. That's how they fudge the numbers. They only classify a killing as a murder if they have a witness. So if a drive-by happens, blast, couple people die. As long as there's no witnesses,
it was an accident.
There's no witnesses. They don't have any suspects. There's a couple dead people, but they aren't murders. They're just, what are they if they aren't murders? The hell do they classify them? Gomf.
Homicide.
Seriously.
That's a homicide.
It's a homicide. Isn't that a murder? Isn't that the same thing?
No. Homicide is any death. Any death is homicide is a human being dying.
What about a suicide? That's different than a homicide.
Suicide is a homicide. It's a death.
It's a killing of oneself.
Yeah. And I don't know why that's illegal, but it is. But at any rate, what happens in a suicide Not supposed to mention that word here. I forgot.
No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to say unalived.
Okay, unalived.
If you unalive yourself,
If you unalive yourself, it's called something that can be classified as a homicide. But homicides are the death of a human being. And when you get a coroner's report, it tells you how the person died. Were they murdered? Were they ended in another way? And it will accidental, whatever. It will tell you. It will actually tell you. And by the way, thank you. Your appeal on my limited is okay now.
oh, good. Red's show, whatever he said on his show, he had to get it appealed. But anyway, well, any homicide death is caused by a person. See, so an accident, if somebody slipped and fell off of and then that's not a homicide.
Kinds of homicides committed by a person. Was it committed by the same person that died? Was it committed by a stranger? Was it committed by a car accident? I mean, how? That's where the inquest comes in.
Well, the T-Pal says homicide is dear of a human with a human involved in the death. Is the death of a human with a human involved in the death.
That's what I just said. That's what I just got through saying.
Definition of homicide. Homicide is the killing of one human being by another.
Now,
that's what I thought too, Scott. Sam was Scott on this. I thought, can we ask Rock? I can't believe we're already getting into it.
After listening to Grok last night, I cannot believe that's going to get a reasonable answer. Go ahead. Shoot.
Oh, my God. I put Grok in unhinged 18-plus mode, and I started asking questions, and Red was thoroughly amazed with the answers because there are things that one shouldn't say.
Oh,
That's all I can say. There are things that one shouldn't say.
Not only that, Grok is pretty dumb.
Say Grok is dumb. Let's find out, though. Let's say, hey, Grok.
That's me, Rex. What's on your mind?
All right. So, what's the definition of a homicide, and what's the difference between a murder and a homicide?
Besides any unlawful killing of one person by another, intentional or not, like manslaughter, which covers accidents or recklessness. Murder's a specific homicide where it's premeditated or done with extreme malice, usually first degree for planning it out, second degree for spur of the moment intent. Manslaughter might be voluntary, like in a heat of passion fight, or involuntary if it's negligent. Court calls the rest.
All right. So it's a form. So they're just fudging the numbers, saying that the murders are down. What's the homicide rate in Chicago? You know what? I'm actually interested. Woozy, bro, are you alive? Last time I saw your videos when Frank was alive, that was 6 years ago here coming up. But good to see you, Woozy. Welcome into the show. And I think Tim Perrone wants to talk about arson fires in Chicago or fixed races at the horse tracks in Chicago, which we've talked about both of those.
There are arsons on every track in Chicago had an arson. Every track. If you start at Arlington Heights from the north side, go to Sportsman's Park, Hawthorne Park, Balmoral. I missed Maywood Park, Aurora, all the way Washington Park. Every one of those had an arson. Every one of those racetracks had an arson, and horses were killed on. Every one of them.
Isn't that wild? See, I asked about horse race tracks as being fixed and arson, and you combine those two.
Yes.
Balmoral never burned, did it?
Yes.
It did?
Yeah, I remember watching the flames going up in the air. I lived in South Chicago Heights then.
Yeah, it's close to it. Yeah.
The flames were outrageous. That place was all wood, man. There wasn't one piece of concrete in there.
Oh,
And something interesting about them. They always burned at the end of the season when they were through running at that track. So they had time to rebuild it for the next season.
it's wild.
And no one was ever arrested or convicted.
Bet they were always rebuilt bigger and better.
They were.
Who had thought, it caught fire. Need
the Chicago way. It's not the Chicago way. That's
the Chicago way.
Yeah.
The Chicago way. Yeah. Yeah. Two guys, they're sitting on the beach there in Florida, retired, and lounging around and smoking some stogies. And the one said, "What'd you do?" And he said, "I owned a horse race track back in Chicago." He said, "What happened?" He said, "It caught fire." So I got the insurance. I moved down here to Florida where it's beautiful, enjoy the life, So the other guy, he says, "What happened? What'd you do?" He said, I owned this electrical appliance store and some bitch flooded and collected the insurance money. And the first guy looked back and he said, "So how did he cost one of those?"
Here's one for you right here.
Killed 36 horses back in the 80s. Balmoral. No kidding. Kevin Dixon says that it, man, that's awful. God, man, that's terrible. It's one thing. I don't care a structure fire happens but when animals,
that was
horrible.
That was Ken Hansen's favorite trick is burn the barn down, and the horses that were in it, they were all insured. And the barn was
Hey, Mom. Mom's chiming in. So she doesn't think that the weather affects unlawful happenings. Doesn't think so. They want to go out and break into shit and go, start shit on fire. And
Mrs. Flowers, when it's too cold out, they don't come out, period. They just don't come out. It's like there's a certain group of people that you don't find many of them living in Antarctica or in the Arctic.
How did we get to this? How the hell did we get to this on this channel? I swear, how did we get here?
You brought it up.
Oh, you're the one that brought it up at the beginning of the show.
No, you brought it up. You talked about
down. Oh, it's cold out. I don't know. Crime going down. It being cold out.
You think the weather has anything to do with it? When you look out on the street, you find abandoned cars and nobody walking around.
I'll tell you what has something to do with it. It's the moon. And any police officer will tell you it's the moon.
Anybody that attended bar will tell you it's the moon too. Because when I attended the bar, I could always tell when there was a full moon.
It's crazy. Why? Why is that? What's the moon got to do with people going nuts?
Way, way back, a long time ago, they said there was a man, very high, prominent man in the outfit. His name was Giancana. He howled at the moon. His name was Mooney.
No, that's true, right? Mooney. Is that why they called him that? Because he howled at the moon?
That's correct. And another one was Sam DiStefano. Sammy D used to go crazy when the moon went over. That's a fact.
Is it the mood? Is something like affects people's moods? I know the tides adjust, and we're made of mostly water, so maybe that's part of why,
There's all kinds of theories about it, but nobody really knows for sure. No scientific facts. But like a lot of things in life. By George, we missed it. Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, Ryan Brown. We were just talking to Ryan last night. Ryan is he's doing well. Yeah, I asked him. I sent him a text and said, "Hey," I said, "Did you make it through the surgery good, or we're gonna have to start calling you Captain Dan?" And he replied, "I think it's Lieutenant Dan."
I love it.
Laughing. He said no, he didn't. So he's all in one piece, which is wonderful. So good. You've been on our minds. We were thinking about you, and I'm sure a lot of other people were also thinking about you. So glad to hear that everything's turned out well.
And I'm glad to hear that you're helping a young man who's got
Yeah,
a problem.
he's helping somebody there in the he met in the hospital.
Ryan, you're a number one in my book.
Gomph, full moon and the psych ward should have paid triple time. I guess that's why do the nut jobs come out during a full moon? What's the deal with that? There's got to be some kind of scientific evidence. I got to look that up.
This guy's got something to it, which is true. The legend of the werewolf probably came from
people acting differently during a full moon. See now, does that go to the werewolf? The whole story to the werewolf, right? And where that came from, and because they all have legends behind them.
Oh, come on, from the 13th century.
Google. Let's just Google it. Moon. Affecting people's moods, right? Moon affecting the cultural link to the moon's phases to mood swings. Major scientific studies find no consistent evidence that the moon directly affects people's moods. There you have it. There's no evidence.
No, it's all what do you call it?
It's all made up shit.
Yeah.
But how is that possible if everybody experiences it? If everybody goes, well, the crazies come out during a full moon, everybody agrees that. Yet there's no. It says full moon often associated with heightened emotions, anxiety, irritability, increased hospital admissions, ERs, psychiatric wards, and crime.
Yes,
that's cultural beliefs. That's just cultural beliefs. It's just
I culturally believe in it.
It's like there's no. Some studies say that the scientific perspective that there's a possible link with bipolar disorder, which with rapid mood cycles aligning with lunar cycles due to the impact on sleep patterns. Yeah, what the hell? What's the deal with it, huh? The gravitational pull.
There's no answer to it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Okay, we have a question here.
Let's do it. What do you guys think the power when do you guys think the power shifted from the near west side to more west side Cicero? The bosses were from the patch until Milwaukee Phil, then Iupa was made boss in 71.
That's when Phil died. He took the vacancy. When do you get? I don't know. Let's see. I can really give you the timeline on this one because I was there for most of it. When do you guys think that the power
shifted from the west side to the more west side?
I think he's talking about Taylor Street, the west side. But he might be talking about
he means the west side, meaning like the patch area.
No, that's
he said from the patch until Milwaukee Phil.
No, Grand and Ogden always had its power. Phil was a part of Grand and Ogden.
Taylor Street, yeah, that's what he's saying.
I thought he was talking about Taylor Street. It shifted from Taylor Street. It kind of ran over Rush Street and went on to Taylor Street. Or went on to Grand and Ogden around 1963, 64. And then eventually there were people that came in from Cicero that had power. And like Ferriola was from the outside. He was way out there. Nagal, he was from the suburbs. But he worked the Cicero area. He may have lived out there. It's like a lot of people lived in Homewood Park. That doesn't mean they worked in Homewood Park. They lived there. That was kind of a sanctuary city. But it changed what year? I would say the boss, and then you're talking about different factions too. I mean, there's a street boss, and then there's a boss that has a say so. You know, he's the man you go to for big things. So, like Tony Accardo. I mean, where was he from? I mean, he was from every place. He was from the Patch, and he lived in Elmwood Park or River Forest, that area. But he moved all over the city. He could be in the Chicago Heights. He could be out in Hickory Hills. He could be anywhere. And he was with, what's his name? Phil, Milwaukee Phil, and also with Paul Ricca. Those guys did not know one spot. They moved around, and that's the way it was. So you can't really say there was a stronghold in any one spot too long. The migration happened from, you had it correct. It came from Taylor Street and went to in between Taylor Street, though. It went to Chicago Heights, and that was the power stronghold, Chicago Heights, and then Taylor Street and Grand and Ogden area, and the Cicero area never really went there. I mean, the power men came from there, but Cicero was just like its own little world. It was surrounded by factories, and it just was its own world. So I look at it a little bit different than you do, Philip. I just look at it a little bit different than you do.
Eric Phillips?
Yes, Eric. I'm sorry, Eric.
Yeah. Mom, full moon and maternity wards. Ask the nurses that work there. Very busy time. Here we are back to the full moon.
Oh, yeah.
Moon. Yeah. And Dan Smith says, I culturally blame the 4 a.m. bars in Calumet City. That could be a problem, too. That could be a problem, too. All right, Scotty, I stayed on Taylor Street.
I think he means Kyler Street. I don't know. Kyler Street is a big street. It's not just a small street. It goes through a lot of different neighborhoods.
Is that a street? Let me open that up. Chicago.
It's like saying I lived on Western Avenue.
West Kyler Avenue, North Center, Chicago. Kyler Avenue. That's his tiny little by the Graceland Cemetery. Montrose Point is just off to the east of it, Red.
Yeah. Okay. You're talking about. I know where that cemetery.
Wrigley Field, dude. Wrigley Field.
And that cemetery is the finest cemetery in Chicago. I think it goes back to like 1843. It's hard to get in there.
People just dying to get in there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's a very prestigious place to be. Who did that belong to? That didn't belong to. I guess it belonged to Lombardo.
Yeah. Yeah. Giancana. Yeah. Back to the moon deal. It's yeah. Name was Mooney because he was crazy. He used to howl at the moon. And Ryan Brown, sorry that you had the antibiotics are making his metallic taste in his mouth. That's terrible.
Lemon drops.
So when I had COVID back in 2020, I remember the morning I woke up. I knew I had it when I coughed on Thursday. When I ate pizza on Friday, it was fine. As Saturday, I drank coffee Saturday morning and I spit it out. I was like, why is this mud water? Why did you give me mud water? And Allie's going, no, it's not mud water. That's coffee. And like, nah, it tastes like coffee to me at all. So I hate it when your taste buds get off. It's terrible.
Well, I as I was walking the dog this morning, I just listened to the news, and they informed me on our news station here that people we're coming down with a flu that's worse than COVID ever was. And it's directly linked to the fact that they took too many vaccinations.
Oh, man. Oh. All right, Jay Mustapich. One of my favorite Italian neighborhoods, 24th and Oakley in the heart of Chicago neighborhood, was predominantly Northern Italians. To my understanding, the outfit wasn't connected with it. Or do you have any other information? Thanks, Milwaukee J.
That belonged to Grandin Ogden.
It did. Grandin Ogden had that?
Yes.
24th and Oakley.
Yeah, Oakley is a side street.
Yeah. Yeah.
24th is I don't know, that's pretty close to the Latino area. The Mexican American people live pretty close to 24th.
Yeah.
I know at 26th Street it is. So, but that's part of the West Side. And there were some Latino, I mean, all the way through there, that whole area wasn't the West Side was not Sicilian. There were people from Naples. There were people from Milano, Sicily. They were all over the place. So just because they were Italian didn't mean that they were who they were.
Right. Yeah. You never know. Chevy 11 used to pass that cemetery when going down to.
You're welcome, and make sure you get those lemon drops, man. You're going to need them. Just get a bag of them. They're cheap.
Oh. Jay Mostovich. Great restaurants over there. Yes, it's a hidden gem surrounded by Latinos. Yeah, little paradise.
It is. It is. It always has been too.
Hey, yeah, guys, don't forget the like button. Hit the subscribe button down below. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. It always helps out. Don't forget, yeah. Frank comes back for the thumb. Hit the prescribe. That's funny. It was funny when he said that. That was kind of couldn't get him to say the word correctly, and I just said, "Fuck it, just say it that way." I said it's better that way anyway. It'll be a thing, and that's funny that it was kind of a thing. It worked.
He'd hold his thumb up in the air like this.
Yeah. The whole word though, prescribed. That was kind of funny. Anyway, so let's get into the comments here. Joshua Allen Marshall, Mrs. Frank. Yeah, yep, we all do. That was a fun time. Lot of good times there. A lot of documentation going on. So anyway, Frank, I guess we've definitely concluded we've definitely concluded from this show that the moon has no effect on people, that's all bullshit. It's total bullshit. The moon affecting people. But I swear, man, everybody says it does. So it's crazy. John Mustovich. Oh, they filmed the Elliot Ness house in the Untouchables in that neighborhood. Yeah, they did do some filming in Chicago for that, didn't they?
But the street signs were wrong because they had street signs that said low. I believe it said, I forget now exactly what it said, but the street sign said something that didn't exist. If you looked on the map, it just didn't exist. But there are a lot of things in there that just didn't exist. I mean, Frank Nitti was never thrown off.
We got ourselves a topic, Red.
Shoot.
Who were some of the biggest earners back then, and what were some of their known rackets?
The number one earner in the Chicago outfit was gambling, and it was local gambling. The skim was just a part of it, but the gambling was number one. The number two was loan sharking. Number three was extortion. And after that, hands up in the air, cartridge thefts. kind of Frank Colada stuff.
All right, so let's get this right. Number one was gambling.
Number one always has been gambling.
Gambling.
Their most income was made off of gambling.
So when they opened the Illinois State Lottery in the 70s, and they took part of that racket basically from the mob, yeah?
True.
You know, it was like, hey, you can go to 7-Eleven or White Hen Pantry or whatever they had back then, buy a lottery ticket, and I know I don't have to worry about Vito not paying me if I win.
That's right.
Right?
I knew a lady, I'll never forget, she lived on Berry Street. I believe she lived in the 900 block of Berry. Berry goes east and west. It was off of Broadway. But she told me, she was Italian, and she said, I need a good bookmaker. She knew me a little bit, and she said, I need a good bookmaker. Can you lead me to one? The one I got, he don't pay. I win, he don't pay. She was an old woman. She was big, heavy set old Italian woman.
Yeah.
She says, what am I going to do? I'm a woman. He don't pay me. So I gave it to Jimmy Kozo.
Little old ladies don't have to worry about that anymore, you see? The politicians are going to take care of you.
I swear, the outfit screwed itself. It wasn't like the government latched on and really dug into them. They capitalized on their mistakes. They were foolish. They started killing each other off like crazy in the streets. They started doing things that were ridiculous, and these guys sat back and said, okay, this works. You know what we could do? Let's give them a little bit of help. Let's put them behind prison walls. If they're gambling, that's illegal. They're going away for 10 years. And then we can open up our own stuff and take over, and we'll get bigger salaries, but we'll give the public what they want. Just like we did. We took it away. Prohibition. We took away liquor.
Yeah.
They were gambling. We'll give them gambling, and we'll give them all they want. And guess what? We're going to get elected. We're going to get paid. We're going to vote ourselves more pay.
Hell yeah.
What a deal.
Hell yeah.
I can't live without this deal.
Scott H., were outfit bookies usually reliable to pay the gambling winnings? It depends on the bookie, doesn't it?
Yeah, 90% of them were, because their bosses that used to collect from them and stuff like that, like Joe Ferriola, I know for a fact if you were cheating customers, he would kill you because it was bad for business. People stopped gambling.
Sure, people aren't going to. Word gets around. Hey, man, you know, old Vinny doesn't pay up when it comes time to collect. I lay my bets. He has no problem taking my money, but when I win, he doesn't want to give me my money.
Goff has got something here.
With legal sports betting, you can gamble on your phone, and whether the next pitch is a ball or a strike. You can gamble on whether the next pitch. You could gamble on what's that called? Koshi, Kelsha. You can gamble on anything there. You can gamble on how many times so and so is going to say such and such word on the next episode of this series.
The best one I ever heard of is you can gamble on how many times a person will dribble the ball in basketball the next time they get it.
Oh my gosh. You can gamble on the coin flips in football.
Yes,
you can gamble on damn near anything now.
That was going on when I was watching football way back when I was like 21 years old, something like that. They were gambling on the coin toss.
Dude, that's bad.
I gambled on the coin toss myself. I did. I bet $5 one time.
That's bad for somebody who's got a gambling problem.
Yeah, it can be.
That could be terrible.
They love people with gambling problems.
Who does?
The outfit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Organized crime.
Yeah,
An organized crime now means the government. The local governments, the federal governments, they love it when you're addicted to it. And they put up these big signs and say, if you are addicted, we don't want you to play. Yeah, that's going to stop you. I think the only thing that stopped people was a pipe wrench in the leg back in the old days.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is it right here. You can gamble. It's called Kalshi. You can gamble on anything, man. You can gamble on what Zohan Mamdani says during the congestion pricing celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times he's going to say affordable? How many times he's going to say New Jersey? How many times he's going to say traffic and noise? I mean, you gamble on anything. Will Mamdani tax billionaires before 2027? You can gamble on that. It's crazy.
I thought it was crazy that you could gamble on a guy dribbling a basketball. How many times he's going to dribble that basketball in a basketball game? So it could in the fourth quarter, so-and-so is going to dribble the ball 3 times on first possession.
Yeah.
What if the guy doesn't get possession?
Sure.
I mean, you are really gambling on some long shots there.
Here we go. You can gamble who will lead Venezuela at the end of 2026. Delcy Rodriguez or Maria Corina Machado. And right now, there's the odds as of today. This is in real time. 50% chance that it's going to be Delcy Rodriguez. That's what people are. What countries will Trump visit before 2027? India or Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's the Dunroe Doctrine. The Dunroe Doctrine. Will U.S. take control of any part of Greenland? Yes or no?
No.
44% chance. Yeah, it's what it's leaning towards is no.
No.
Will Trump take back the Panama Canal? 39% chance. You think so? You'd be putting your money on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 39 says it looks like it. That's what everybody's saying. That's what everybody's betting on. I don't know. Anyway, that's.
Well, that bets on whether he was going to name the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico, and that wasn't much of a gamble.
The Cubs opened a sports book right next to Wrigley Field. Did they really?
Yeah, they did. But I have to tell you about something about the Cubs that I like is I forget what year it was. Was it 2016 when they finally made it to the World Series? And I couldn't believe it, but I gambled on them. I actually gambled. I bet $1,000 on them, and they won.
Wow.
First series, everybody laughed at me because it was pretty good money. But they laughed at me because I think they didn't win since 1932 or 33, something like that. And they all said, no chance. It's not going to make it.
All right. Matt Perry has a question. Was Jackie Cerrone a bad drunk? There's videos on YouTube telling a story of how he would harass waitresses while he's plastered.
Yes, he was a very bad drunk. So they told me. You know who mentioned to me that? Anthony DiMartini.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But he was a waiter, so, I mean, he probably saw more of it. But the guy was not a nice guy at all. He was I never saw him drunk, but the guys used to talk about Philly Cozo used to play golf with him. And when they go out and play golf afterwards, they stop at the, what do they call it, the clubhouse. And he would drink. And he had a driver because somebody would have to drive him home.
To get that drunk that he'd have to get rides home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
A gambler made nearly $500,000 at the capture of Venezuela president just before it was officially announced. Sounds like somebody had inside info. Yeah, I think so. I was just telling Adam about the Noriega fiasco.
It's true on the poly market. That's the other one, the poly market. That's the so an anonymous gambler made $400,000 profit on the prediction market platform Poly Market after betting on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's ouster just before the U.S. announced his capture, sparking insider trading questions due to the user placing large bets hours before the event. I think somebody knew. Somebody said,
it sounds like a insider. It sounds like a Pelosi insider.
Oh man! What if one of the soldiers called his girlfriend? Hey, you want to place some money on what's going to happen here tonight?
Even if it wasn't his girlfriend, what if it was his brother-in-law?
My brother-in-law, yeah. Hey, put in an anonymous bet that this guy's going to be captured because we're going in, man. I'll bet some shit like that could happen.
Ryan Brown's just like me. I swear it. Ryan Brown says, when I get tipsy, drunk, I get talkative, and I want to be your best friend.
Is that how you get read?
They tell me, when I don't remember it, they tell me that I was the laugh of the party and just a wonderful guy to get along with. Not mean, not a mean bone in my body. Although I did do some things that were, I don't know how many times I pushed people in swimming pools. You know, when there's, they go and see how warm the water was in the pool, the heated pool. And when they go over, they lean over and push them in. But they all laughed and I laughed too. So,
wow.
I had a rare sense of humor, still do.
But that's a good thing. You got to have one. You really do.
I just laughed at. You want me to wait till my show before I talk about it? Okay.
What? Wait, you want to laugh about what?
Before we talk about a guy who sent me a.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in here. Yeah. Laugh a minute. Red gets some good emails, good messages. Oh my God! Called me up, said this guy's saying you got some big cojones, man. You know this is what you did. If my so and so relative would have done things to you that are unthinkable, the movie Unthinkable. Hey, did you guys see that movie Unthinkable with who was that? Samuel Jackson. I showed it to Red the other day. What'd you think, Ray? You don't like that movie?
I've seen better.
Well, anyway, Red gets some really nice mail.
That guy, he said, "Yeah, I don't have it. I'm going to read it."
Hey, did you know No Nose DeFranzo?
No.
You didn't know Johnny No Nose DeFranzo?
And Peanuts did. You know, Paul Piasco.
Yeah.
And, he used to talk to me. He said, he's not as tough as the guys you know.
Unbelievable. Gordito Guapo, Unbreakable. That was another Samuel Jackson movie, but Unthinkable is another one. Unbreakable and Unthinkable. He was in both of those. That's a good movie, though.
Okay. This wonderful individual by the name of Charlie P.I.C.
Oh, wait. We're going to read that on your show.
Okay.
You want to do that now? Let's stay on the gambling. FBI agent said John Gotti was so bad he'd gamble on 2 cockroaches running up a wall.
That's true. That's very true. You know when you really find a bad gambler? I mean, somebody that's really got it bad?
Yeah.
When they bet on both sides. They bet on both sides.
Shit, they bet on both sides, huh? People do that? Well, it's a wash. One's going to win, one's going to lose. Why would you do that?
They bet a little bit more on because they got a little bit more of a feeling and want a little bit less.
Fucked up, man. Why would you do that? But you know who's got a gambling problem? Is that Michael Jordan.
Really?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, man. But here's the thing. Michael makes like $400 million a year just off residuals off the Nike shoes.
That's
just
a lot
off of that. That's passive income, Red. 400 million a year.
That's a lot to lose, man.
So he gambles, but it's like he gambles huge, but it's like he doesn't care about. He's so competitive, this guy. He'll flip coins against the wall with you just to get the dollar out of your pocket into his, just so he could say he won. That he tossed the coin closer to the wall. It's crazy. You got to watch that Netflix series, Last Dance. Serious. It's called The Last Dance. I think it's 9 episodes long. You get to relive the 90s with the Bulls, man, with Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. Get to see some of those fantastic plays that they were unstoppable. That's why they broke the Bulls up. They were unstoppable.
Broke them up? I thought Jordan bought them.
No, they broke that team up. The NBA said there's no point. No other teams can win. You can't win against these guys. You have to separate these guys. Somehow that dream team came together. It was so magical, man, watching them play. It's the only time I ever liked sports in my life was watching the Bulls. Anyway, you should watch The Last Dance. It's good.
Just mentioned it here too. Ryan Brown.
Dennis Rodman. Oh, man. Yeah. Jim Magnifici.
Pete and Dennis Rodman, forget
Pete
it.
Rose and Joe Namath were huge gamblers too.
Joe Namath was a heavy one, but Pete Rose never bet against his own team. And when he got caught up by an accident in gambling, and his name was on the list, and man, he got charged. And because of that, even as a player, he was a great coach. He was a player. He cannot get into the Hall of Fame. He will never be accepted into the Hall of Fame because of his conviction for gambling, which is a shame because he never gambled against his own team.
Yeah, that's a huge no-no. We were talking last week about that referee that was Charles Barkley said was a big gambler too. Chevy 11 says it was a big gambler. Did Dennis Rodman get caught? Jim Magnifici said Dennis Rodman. Did he get caught gambling?
Yes, he did.
He did too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's associated with gambling.
I've never heard of Ori Spado, aka the Hollywood Fixer.
If you guys ever heard of Tim Perrone, I interviewed Ori on the channel. You can look it up on Mob Blog. I had Ori on. I had 1 or 2 interviews. I think it was 2 because I think he wanted to set the record straight with Michael Francis or something. One of them.
I call it true. See, he said something about Michael Francis' brother and Michael Francis.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what that was about.
Michael Francis had a bigger platform than he did. So he was looking for somebody at the time. He found Adam. And he said, it all stops here. It's like out of the Godfather movie. It all stops here. Ori, where we are.
Oh my gosh, stop it. All right, 1973, Josh. In 1963, Green Bay Packer halfback Paul Hornung and Detroit Lions defensive tackle Alex Karras were indefinitely suspended by NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle for betting on NFL games. No kidding.
That was Alex Karras.
I mean, if you're on the team, you kind of want to bet on it. You know what I mean? Like betting
on myself.
Bet on yourself.
I'm gonna just put a little side money on it.
Robert Allen always told me, Adam, you're gonna gamble on yourself. That's what I call gambling on yourself.
Literally.
Oh man, Ryan Brown, the case of the sports book and rigged poker games involving pro athletes and New York mob. Well, that just came up. That was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That all went down. Yeah, that they're still.
Ryan's had a lot of time to lay around in bed and read.
Yeah, that's good. That is good. Kraus. Eric Karras. Carras screwed it up. Yeah, but Carras built it. The trade he made for Pippen was probably one of the most genius moves of all time. Kraus screwed it up. Kraus screwed up the Bulls. We're talking about the Bulls getting, yeah. Anyway, that Last Dance is really, if you're from Chicago and you like the Bulls, you got to watch that. That was really good. That was good. Dennis Rodman just disappearing, going to Vegas, partying for 2 days straight. Them having to go out there and get him. Hey, man, we need you for the game. Coming in hungover and still shoots like an unbelievable game. Crazy. It was crazy, the Bulls. That was almost like watching the Harlem Globetrotters. Have you seen them?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Meadowlark, Johnson. I mean, I remember those guys. Those guys were out of the 60s, man. They were good.
Yeah. They were. When I was a kid, they were still around doing their thing. I have to look that up on YouTube and see if I can find some. Anyway, guys, we're going over to Red's channel. We're going to hang out there. Thanks for hanging out for part 4 of the Chicago Outfit Chronicles. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Red, I'll see you on your channel. God bless everybody.
I'm on my way.
See you there.
Yo, Bugsy, it says here they got something called the Vegas Mob Tour.
Yeah, Bobby, ain't you heard? It's all about our old friends Sam Giancana, Meyer Lansky, Mo Dalis, and of course yours truly, Bugsy Siegel.
Are you kidding? A mob tour about us?
Yeah, they take you to where we used to hang out and to all the places where we used to do our crimes.
You mean they expose all our secrets?
Yeah, but it's okay, because we ain't around anymore. So let's face it, we can't get busted.
Hey, you think we can sneak on board and check this out?
Of course we can. Forget about it. They'll never even know we're there.